This episode of Spectre Sound Studios is brought to you by Cort Guitars. Hey everybody, I just want to make a little disclaimer before we get started. Yes, I am doing this video in conjunction with Cort Guitars, but they do not control any editorial content of the video, nor do they get to see it before it goes live. The content is my own. Let's hit it. Hey everybody, how's it going? So got something brand new here for you today. Now this is a demo and unbox of a guitar brand that's been around since the 60s, and that's Cort Guitars. You'd kind of have to be sleeping under a rock to have not ever heard of them, and they build a lot of guitars for a lot of other brands as well. They do what you'd say, rebranding? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Badging, that's the word for it. In the manufacturing business, we called it badging. When I worked for Chrysler, we used to build the Volkswagen Rutan, and we also did the Lancia minivans. What you might be playing at home might actually come out of a factory run by Cort. Now, my experience with Cort has been kind of mixed. I remember them back in the 80s. They were kind of a low-end, much more affordable, entry-level type of guitar, but I've been hearing some really amazing things about the Cort brand as of late. I expect that has to do a lot with CNC manufacturing these days and just how it's much easier to build a super high-quality guitar for a lot less money these days because of the whole CNC process. But when Cort hit me up, they asked me, hey, would you be interested in checking out our new Menace guitar? I'm like, hell yes! Because like I said, they manufacture for a lot of popular brands, and considering the quality guitars you can get for not a lot of money these days, I figured, yeah, let's take a look and see what we can get. So just gonna, moment of truth. Okay, we get a gig bag. That's a good start. Let's take a look here. Nice, simple shipping materials, not a huge box within a box kind of thing. But then again, when you're shipping in a gig bag, you really don't need a massive box to go around everything. So that makes perfect sense to me. Now, this isn't exactly what I'd call, you know, a entry-level affordable guitar. Just checking out some prices online, I'm gonna get some confirmation from the company, but seems to be about $1,000 US, maybe a little bit more. I'm gonna have a list of vendors you can get this at the end of the video, but so far I'm seeing like eBay and Reverb, that kind of thing. Maybe you can order it directly from Cort. I will find out. I will get you that information. But very curious to see what $1,000 US is going to get you for a guitar these days. Guitar is nicely wrapped. Somebody took care of this. And, oof. Oh, that's got a nice weight, and it's got a Floyd. Ooh, okay. Wow. All right, that looks pretty sick, to be honest with you. Now, from what I'm seeing here, oh, geez, look at the back on that. That's gorgeous. Is it in tune? Not bad. Seemed to survive the trip in good order. Maybe I could use a slight tuning, but not bad at all. Now, this is probably in standard tuning. I don't think I'm going to down tune it for this demo, mainly because it's got a Floyd, and I don't want to sit here for a month trying to get the Floyd adjusted, get new strings on, and all the rest of the nonsense that goes along with setting up a Floyd. I love you, Floyd, but retuning your guitars is oh so much fun. Now, the flat black finish here reminds me an awful lot of a certain popular guitar brand that might be put out by a fellow YouTuber of mine whom I'm a big fan of as well. It definitely has a bit of that feel to it. I like the beveled edge here. I like the guitars that are, you know, tuned. I like guitars that are made for comfort, and this definitely looks like it'll be comfortable. But yeah, just first impressions here. It's beautiful. Action might be a tiny bit on the high side on the high strings. This shouldn't be a big deal to adjust. I think I'm going to do that before I get into the full demo as well. But yeah, these are Seymour Duncans. It's a 6-string. I mean, yeah, it's a 6-string metal machine. What's not to love here? Looks pretty cool. All right, so tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to go plug this thing in. I'm going to mic up a cabinet, and let's see what this thing can really do. All right, so I have had this guitar for a couple weeks now. I've been to Germany and back, Gear Street, all that kind of stuff. But, you know, this has kind of been sitting on the wall and it's been getting played an awful lot because I gotta say, this guitar is absolutely beautiful. You know, when I said there the action was a little bit high on the first couple strings, I don't know what changed, but the action is absolutely perfect right now. So I really don't want to mess with it. I gotta say, yeah, I am absolutely in love with this freaking thing. Okay, the first thing I noticed is like no lock tuners, and it's like, yeah, okay, well, it's got a Floyd, so you really don't need them. And it's not a full Floyd Rose. This is a Floyd Rose 1000. I don't know if that's going to be, you know, a big deal breaker for a lot of you guys. I think it's cool. I mean, like, you know, I used to play licensed Floyd Roses back in the 80s and 90s, so I'm not complaining. You know, I'm not going to hold my nose in the air over it, that's for sure. Okay, so just going over the specs here, it's got a maple top, a mahogany body, a 7-piece maple neck, 25.5-inch scale, and the Floyd Rose 1000 series tremolo. It's also got the Seymour Duncan, Sentient, and Nazgul pickups, and retails for 755 euros or 1,077 USD, but I did see it going online for $8.99 US as well. You can do a search and check it out. I'll have a Thomann link in the description as well as a link to the Cort website. Now, for me anyway, Cort back in the 80s was definitely an entry-level brand. I mean, we used to kind of turn our noses up at Corts, but Rafinsky told me there a little while ago he had bought a Cort, and he was very impressed with it, and we actually did some recordings with it, and yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. And then they sent me this. This guitar is absolutely amazing, and for $1,000 these days, you should be getting a great guitar. But I'm just gonna say, this guitar proves just how fine of an instrument you can create with modern CNC manufacturing techniques. You know, you can just build something absolutely amazing, and it's not going to kill you. $1,000 is on the higher end of the mid-price guitars. Now, I gotta say though, this guitar does stay in tune pretty freaking well. I'll admit I put new strings on it today because this is a review guitar, and they had obviously been on for quite a while and weren't quite holding their tuning. But I've been pretty aggressive with the bar on this thing, and I gotta say, yeah, it really does stay in tune quite well. There we go, not too bad. Gotta say, that whammy bar is an awful lot of fun. You know, the guitar's got a really good balance. You know, it's good on left leg, it's good on the right leg, you know, it just sits. Yeah, really like this quite a bit. Of course, the big question is, how does it sound in a mix? Well, joining me on this one is Jackson Ward on the drums. Let's hit it. Okay, so bottom line, it's $1,000 guitar, but you get quite a bit for a $1,000 guitar. You get name brand pickups, you get a Floyd Rose, you get this really awesome neck joint, and you know, the fretwork's really nice, nothing's jumping out, and the action on this guitar is just ridiculously awesome. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this guitar is the fact that I don't get to keep it. I gotta ship this back to Cort. So that being said, if you want to check it out, I'll have some links in the description below. Head on over to Cort Guitars or go check it out online at Doooom. I gotta say, I am seriously impressed, and I can see why Cort is building a lot of other guitars for some bigger manufacturers, because the quality here is rather outstanding. I gotta say, Cort, great job, way to step up your game. You guys have come a very long way since doing entry-level guitars in the 80s. Bravo, great job. This is absolutely fantastic, and I would definitely want to use this guitar in the studio. Great job. I wrote this down so I wouldn't fuck this up. Okay, Adam, this is obviously where we do B-rolls. Okay, so just go to the spake,